Hey guys, Stefan Voss, Head of Product Management for Cove. It's been a really exciting Q3 and the teams has been really busy and I'm super proud of what they do quarter by quarter. So let's start off with some of the highlights. Cyber resilience is a big theme and we know the bad actors are trying to attack the backups, right? We all know this and there's different ways to do it. One of the things we just brought to market was the ability to identify when a bad actor is actually trying to attack the backup infrastructure. So these infrastructure attacks can be pretty nasty. And we have different techniques like honeypots and some other proprietary ways, heuristics to detect when a bad actor is trying to do that on the Cove infrastructure. And we're obviously not going to disclose what those are, but this is something that's already there and it's delivered as a service. And the goal here really is to allow you to sleep a little bit better at night. And it's just one of the things we need to be doing. And so consider that as something that's provided. So it will at least remediate a little bit against one of the many attack vectors that are out there. We also made some really dramatic and nice improvements on the continuity or disaster or BCDR side, however you want to look at the world. One is BMR, so Linux is a big portion of our estate, and we already back up the system state or the equivalent of the system state, and we were able to recover as we announced in past roundups, but BMR, bare metal recovery, really automates that process a lot. And that makes it a lot easier, download the rescue media and so forth. So it automates certain tasks just to make that user journey a little bit more appealing. And that is an external preview, so please try it out. I think it's pretty awesome what the team did there. The second disaster recovery related feature is the Smart Restore. So this is the ability to restore a VM into the original source VM in Azure along with the configuration. So this will bring with it time savings, and it's also going to give us more options in terms of what type of restore do I want to make. Now there's another piece that I'm really excited about. It's called Executive Summary Reports, and one of the past roundups, we talked about the billing API being in previews and then it went GA, and that allows you to really streamline your billing, your invoicing process. But that's somewhat uninteresting if you don't also show the proof of value to your end customers, right? I, as an MSP, want to show my end customer the proof of value. This is what the Executive Summary Report has done. It's a really nicely structured report, a PDF that you can generate that gives me KPIs, a little bit on cyber resilience, a little bit on the servers. And so we actually have the ability to download that and then distribute it to our end customers. This is also an external preview. We just moved from a limited preview to a broad preview, public preview. And that is certainly something that I'm really excited about. And it's just going to make your customer management lifecycle a lot easier, especially when combined with the invoicing part. So please give us feedback. We want to make it better. And then the last piece is really the cloud-to-cloud world, Microsoft 365. On the one hand, we made the incremental backups faster using the Microsoft Delta Query API or endpoint. And the benefit there is not only that it's faster, but it's mainly when you have large sites with a lot of objects, that it's going to be more reliably fitting into your 6-hour RPO, recovery point objective, or SLO, however you want to look at it, right? You expect to do backups ever so often, and this is something we deliver. And then the third external preview that we have to offer is also in Microsoft 365 space, which is online archives. And this is really the ability to just conduct a more comprehensive backup of, Exchange, Microsoft 365 that would include the online archives and then the ability to, of course, restore those, right? So that's an option. And that's a really nice sort of enhancement that allows us to do a more complete or protect the Microsoft 365 estate in a more complete way. All right, so what's on the docket for Q4? As we evolve our cyber resilience of Cove, and therefore we kind of build out this suite of anomaly detection. The other way the bad actors can compromise your backup infrastructure is just compromise the SLA. Think about it like critical configurations need to be preserved. How often do I back up? What gets backed up? and how long do I keep the data, to name a few. Now, as a bad actor, if I have the right credentials, I could just go in there and undermine that. I can delete backups. I can reduce your retention. I can do some exclusions and other nasty stuff as well. And so it's going to be hard to prevent, once I have those credentials, for the bad actors to do that. But what I can do is send a notification via email and then other consuming entities as well that this just occurred, so that I, as an admin or a security officer, at least have the awareness that somebody went in and deleted my backup, or somebody went in and just reduced the retention down to something that would be concerning. And this is the type of sort of anomaly or indicators of compromise that I, of course, want to know about. And so this will be something that we will move into internal or external preview, this quarter as well. So something to be excited about, because it's another layer of a cyber resilience capability, a set of cyber resilience capabilities for Cove. Now, we talked about executive summary reports. This is in preview. We will evolve that, so expect that to go GA. And then we'll have cool things like enhancements, like the ability to put your logo on it, the ability to automatically schedule the emailing of those reports out to your customer base and so forth. Anything to make your life easier. Now, from a Microsoft 365 perspective, we also have a nice one, which is the PST export. This is also something that we will bring into an external preview. So you can see we do that a lot. We try to get your feedback and then make the product better as we evolve it. And this is really a life cycle thing, right? So when you offboard users, oftentimes, for compliance reasons, we might be required to dump the data with the PST format onto some media, so we can just preserve it for some litigation that might come down the line. So this will be a very nice option that we've added, and it's obviously something that has been frequently requested. And last but not least, there's the PSA ticketing. So I just talked about the event-based notifications. They can be consumed in a different way. So let's say I have an event, backup failed, or something happened that compromises my critical configuration. So a critical configuration change occurred. Great, now what happens, right? So I either receive an email that's out of the box, or I might want this information to be fed into a PSA. And that's what we're talking about when we say PSA integration. So I just described the ticketing use case. Event, something that then opens and results in a ticket. We'll start with Halo PSA, and then we will evolve and support other PSAs, of course, downstream. And that goes also hand in hand with the second use case for PSA integration, which is billing or invoicing. That one, we already have a basic sort of structure. We have the billing APIs, but we will make this more of an out-of-the-box experience, and both will end up in Halo PSA, so it's going to be pretty exciting to see those enhancements. So if you're a Halo user, you're going to see some benefits. If you're using another PSA, just know that we're going to support those down the line as well. So as you can see, we've been pretty busy in Q3, and we'll be busy in Q4, and we're super excited about 2026 because there's a lot of awesome stuff coming there. See you next time.